Those powers that many people wouldn't want to have, they make their character turn evil, or even if they're good, they have to keep fighting their dark side. Yeah, I consider those curses. There are all kinds of sinister curses in comics, from supernatural and demonic beings like vampires, werewolves, and other monsters, to curses cast by spells onto someone, or those born with a curse in the form of some kind of power. I'm going to tell you about these curses and the power each one gives to the user. Get ready, because this is an ultra mega exclusive video. I've never seen anything like it, not even articles on websites. You only get this kind of content here. Hit the like button to support me in bringing more unique videos like this to you. Subscribe to the channel to get the next ones. Number 1. Werewolf. Starting off, we have the curse of Lycanthropy. If you don't know what that is, it's when a human turns into a four-legged wolf or even stands tall and buff like a werewolf. In comics, we have many stories featuring characters with this kind of curse, always portrayed as a real curse where you transform into a monster without control and end up wanting to harm others. It's complicated. For example, there's Man-Wolf, the son of J. Jonah Jameson, that journalist who loves getting under Spider-Man's skin. In the comics, Man-Wolf acquires this curse, the power to transform into a giant wolf after a space trip gone wrong where he contracted a virus. So this curse wasn't cast by anyone, he simply acquired it from a virus. I talked about a Marvel werewolf, but DC also has a character simply known as the Werewolf, Jack Russell. Unlike Man-Wolf, Jack was born with this werewolf curse. His father, while fighting Dracula, was scratched by one of the werewolves trying to protect Dracula. This scratch cursed Jack's family forever. Contrary to popular belief, many of his descendants didn't become werewolves because the curse lay dormant, needing a catalyst to activate it. In Jack's case, it was triggered, turning him into this werewolf. Jack constantly struggles to rid himself of transforming into a wolf. Most werewolves possess super strength, sharp claws, heightened senses, healing factors, and monstrous agility. There are other werewolf characters too, but the video's focus is on their curse, not all werewolf characters. If you want, I can drop a video here on the channel about all the werewolves that exist. What do you think? Comment below and leave a like on the video, and I'll bring it to you. Number 2. Mummy. We also have the Curse of the Mummy. Did you know that in Marvel Comics there's a mummy? It all began 3,000 years ago in ancient Egypt with Nkantu, the son of the chief of an Egyptian tribe. This tribe was invaded and everyone was made slaves, but Nkantu led a revolt that freed them. However, there was a wizard who didn't want to lose and attacked Nkantu with potions and spells to curse him with an eternity of suffering for killing the pharaoh during the revolt that he caused. This curse was immortality, so they still trapped Nkantu, wrapped him in cloths, and sealed him inside a tomb like a coffin, leaving him there to suffer for all eternity. After all, he was immortal and would live there forever, which drove him mad as centuries passed while he was trapped there. In the 20th century, he managed to free himself and transformed into the Living Mummy. That's his name in the comics. He's like an anti-hero and has even helped S.H.I.E.L.D. several times. His powers are superhuman strength, immortality, and resilience, and he doesn't need to eat or drink. Number 3. Demon Forms. We also have the Curse of Demons, which includes various characters with demonic powers. These are characters who made pacts to obtain these curses and gain powers, like in the case of Ghost Rider, Constantine, or Spawn. There are also characters born with infernal heritage, such as Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler isn't just any mutant, he belongs to a race of cursed mutants known as Neophem, mutants with demonic origins. His father is Azazel, the leader of the Neophem, and these mutant demons were banished to the dimension of Sulfur. There are other characters tied to these infernal curses, such as DC's Raven, who's the daughter of a demon from another dimension, Satana and Daimon Hellstorm, which are children of Satan. And then there's Etrigan, who was fused with a demon similar to Ghost Rider. These demonic curses are among the most prominent and frequently seen in comics, with many characters linked to these curses. Number 4. Vampire. And then we segue into vampirism, starting with Dracula, right? Whether in Marvel or DC, Dracula stands as one of the most powerful vampires ever encountered, though he wasn't the first vampire. The origins of vampirism aren't clearly defined within Marvel or DC that I know of. I believe it has to do with demons and hell, something supernatural, a curse from hell created vampirism. There's a story in DC that suggests Kane may have been the first vampire of all time, but we have numerous vampires in both Marvel and DC. In Marvel, there's Blade, Andrew Bennett in DC's comics, I, Vampire, Spitfire, and many others. Then there's Morbius, or the human bat in DC's Bat, for they genetically. Number 5. The Deviants. We can't forget about the curse of the Deviants, the race to which Thanos also belongs, right? They are the result of a celestial experiment gone wrong, creating a cursed race with horrific appearances and unstable personalities, making them villains filled with rage. The Deviants were native to Earth just like humans. The Celestials arrived here many years ago and conducted experiments on this race back when we were still cave dwellers. Perhaps the Deviants could have evolved like us, but the Celestials intervened and it all resulted in this. The Deviants possess various powers such as super strength, intelligence in some cases, longevity, some can even fly and shoot energy. Number 6. Epsilon Mutants. Being a mutant can often be a gift from destiny. Imagine being able to fly, manipulate reality, or simply become invisible whenever you want. That's the beautiful side of mutations in Marvel. However, if you delve a little deeper into mutant categories, you'll see that it's not all sunshine. Epsilon mutants are known for lacking any significant offensive or defensive powers. They only suffer bodily mutations that leave them deformed. Generally, these mutants are ostracized by humanity due to their appearance, compounded by the fact that they are mutants. What's worse is that their powers don't help them defend themselves. They often end up in sewers, ghettos, or any region where there's an aggregation of mutants like them. From these groups, for example, the Morlocks emerged. Number 7. Isolated curses. Also, there's the curse placed on characters with some kind of power, like Deadpool, who has the curse of not being able to die. Thanos, envious of Deadpool's immortality and jealous of the death entity he loves, placed this curse on Deadpool, making him regenerate from absolutely everything. There are also characters who consider their powers a curse, like Black Bolt, the king of the Inhumans, who kills everything when he opens his mouth, so he cannot speak. Hulk, with his uncontrollable rage that can kill at any moment, can't even have a relationship with his beloved, because Hulk can get furious due to adrenaline. Rogue from the X-Men can't touch anyone without hurting them and draining their life energy. Beast from the X-Men doesn't like his appearance, among many other characters.